Hello, hello.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Arsenal TV. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and make sure you're hitting that notification bell. This is a special show tonight. I've got my co-host friend and a work colleague of mine, which is Nick Clowes. How are you doing, Nick?
Hello, hello. I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Now, guys, for the people that are watching this, Nick Clowes is actually a Southampton fan. So if you do have any questions, make sure you leave them in the chats below and we will answer them. So, Nick, just give us a brief of how you got into supporting Southampton.
Well, it came from a long story, actually, but I'll tell you in brief notes that it actually came from the idea that my family actually, my mum actually come from the area of Southampton, and she sort of like lived in that area, and ever since I was young, I sort of came across the idea of supporting Southampton. I don't know why it came from my head. It just suddenly appeared, and and I just decided to kind of like support the team, and right way through basically the Dell time with Matthew Letizia and that kind of time.
Oh, right. Okay, then. So that's actually quite great.
Thank
Nick,
you.
I'm just going to give us a brief of the last game that we actually played, which was at your ground.
Go ahead,
And
yeah.
Arsenal was on a good unbeaten run of 22 games, but it only took Southampton to actually stop us in our tracks.
Well, yeah, you can see I have a huge smile on my face just for that moment, that we won the game. I actually watched it with a friend of mine who actually supports Arsenal. So, yeah, watching it in the pub, it was just an amazing day for the Saints fan. It was just unbearable to see, but for an Arsenal fan, really, Richard, what are you thinking?
Do you know what? When I was watching this game, when I watched the first game, I thought this is going to go bad. Because I felt that for us, it was more or less, it took 3 headers for you to score the goal. And Charlie Austin that got the goals for you. So, yeah.
Yeah,
It was a weird one to take. See, I don't mind us playing. I don't mind us playing at home because our home record is okay, but it's just those away games.
Yeah, well, on that particular day, I thought it was quite a shock for Southampton to win because since then we've sort of dropped back a bit. Since we've actually beaten Arsenal, it seems to have gone the other way for us. But yeah.
Yeah, so Nick, I just want to get your thoughts on Southampton so far this season. What have you made of your team so far this season?
It's a good question. Good question, Richard. Thanks for asking that one because, being a long-time Southampton fan myself, I would safely say that my thoughts of Southampton have been really rocky sort of season for us. I expected them to go a little bit more up the table this year. I don't know what's happened since the departure of Mark Hughes, which is a little bit of a disappointment that he had when he was in charge. And then we had the Australian, I don't know what his name is, I can't remember off the top of my head, but Hussenberg or something like that. Since he came in, I know he beat Arsenal, which is a huge shock for us. I do feel that he could have done slightly better with the performance of his team. It's been an uphill struggle, and of course, results have gone our way this weekend with Cardiff, shocking results since they beat us last week, which was at St Mary's. I think it was 3-2 they won, and they won 3-5. They lost 5-1. Yeah, 5-1 they lost against Cardiff. Cardiff lost rather at home. And they lost, their home ground, which is a huge shock for them. And Fulham, of course, didn't win either, and Huddersfield. But, of course, the only one that was disappointing for us was Burnley. I think Burnley won, and that was quite a huge shock result.
Yeah, I thought that was quite a shocking result for you guys as well. Do you think that sacking Mark Hughes for you was a good call, or do you think it was a bad call,
Uh,
considering where you are in the table right now?
well, it's a difficult one. I do respect Mark Hughes of what he done at Southampton, but to say whether he should have been sacked is a difficult one to sort of answer. It's a good question though, but to say that he's going to be sacked, which he did get sacked. It's a shocking thing. It's a difficult one to discuss, but I think it could have gone either way. We definitely needed a new manager, which that did happen. But whether this new guy from Austria is the right man for the job, who knows? But I mean, at the moment, the points seem to be failing for us, But we've got this massive game ahead. Although, if we do lose to Arsenal, it's no loss to us because, the other teams didn't win and we can sort of respite on that and focus on the next game. So I'd rather lose to Arsenal and continue on to the next games and focus primarily on that.
Do you think that for this game, for tomorrow, do you think it is a must-win game for Southampton to get out of relegation, to still keep in the Premier League?
I think it's going to be an uphill struggle. I think if it's going to be a sort of a chance where we survive the Premiership rather than going down, then for me, I would say we might just marginally do it. But saying that, we're going to have to do very, very well. We haven't got that much resources for the team. We haven't got much money involved with the club. I don't know what's happened to our players. Most of our players have gone from big clubs. And if I remember rightly, Theo Walcott went to Arsenal. Sadio Mane went to Liverpool, for example. And he's not doing so great at Liverpool at the moment. But, after the shocking misses at Anfield recently.
Yeah. But, so, Nick, I'm just going to ask you one question.
Okay.
What have you made of Charlie Austin for you as your main striker?
Charlie Austin, I think that he could do a little bit more better for me. I have watched him play and come on from the bench. He's been missing chances quite a lot. And, I don't think he's really match fit. That's my opinion. But I think he could do a little bit more better. Maybe the manager could put him in a role that would suit him best. I don't know. But if it was me on a career mode on a computer game, I would do something different. But with me, we're only talking about a pretend league here. Southampton actually won the league, but we won't go into that. But but what I can say is I think the manager's got to do seriously better to improve Charlie Austin. Yeah, he came from QPR, which is a sort of rival to Arsenal team. So, since he came to Southampton, he did score some good goals, but he just needs to do a little bit more for me.
3-1 Palace.
Okay. Nick, I am going to ask you one thing about the manager. What do you think he has to bring to the team to get you out of relegation and start you playing well again?
Well, he hasn't got much resources, so it is difficult for him to actually cope with the quality of the team that he's got. So he probably needs a little bit more defence tightening up and, sort of, where it gets a bit sloppy. And, it's nothing wrong with the keeper that we got. We've got a fine keeper. He just lets in certain goals. All goalkeepers let in goals. But, of course, this one, it's not too bad if he's got a good defence around him. That's my opinion on that one. So I think we've got to do something to shake up the team, change it around, make sure it's the right team for the right team to survive. Yeah.
Okay, guys, for the people that are in the chats, if you do have any questions, please make sure
drop them below. Sounds good.
Guys, I'll also be putting Nick's Twitter account into the description below. So make sure you head over there and follow us on Luminous Platform Team.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to see if I can try and get the results for today.
Cool. Yeah, we like talking about the results.
Guys, yeah. Okay, guys. For the people that are watching this live stream, if you are not aware of the final results today, I will go through them. I'll go through Friday's fixtures. And it was Cardiff against Watford was the first one, and Watford won 5-1.
Yeah, that's the game I was talking about.
Yeah, and one of the other fixtures was West Ham against Fulham. West Ham won 3-1 quite comfortably.
That was a good result.
Today's fixtures was Burnley against Tottenham, and that ended up Tottenham losing 2-1. And you had Bournemouth against Wolves, and that ended up a draw. Newcastle and Huddersfield, and Newcastle won it quite comfortably 2-0.
Yeah, I heard about it.
You also had Leicester and Crystal Palace, which is...
what's a Palace latest, Julian? 3-1 to Palace, yeah.
3-1 Palace, yeah, okay. And obviously, tomorrow's games, we've got Arsenal, Southampton, and Man United against Liverpool. Now, I'm going to talk about that game from Arsenal. I'm going to talk about that from Arsenal's perspective. For the Man United and Liverpool game, I absolutely want Liverpool to beat Man United because if Arsenal win against Southampton and Man United lose, Arsenal go fourth spot. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Arsenal goes fourth spot. So that would be very ideal for us. If Liverpool can beat them, then the other fixture obviously is Chelsea's fixture. Chelsea, I don't know who Chelsea have got, but I'm hoping that Chelsea can actually either draw or lose their next Premier League game. Because that would be very, very ideal for us. Now, I know the Arsenal fans.
Yeah, very ideal.
I know the Arsenal fans are saying that we have to focus on Europa League to get Champions League next season. That is not the case. That's not the case. Top four is still there for us to get. So that's what I think anyway. I actually think that our best route this season would be going for top four instead of Europa League, because Europa League, there's some really, really tough games, tough teams in it, and it'd be very, very difficult to beat them.
I agree.
Nick, I just want to get your prediction on the Southampton game, and what are you hoping from this game compared to the last game?
I'm hoping a bit more of a competition like last time, but I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know, because I'm only guessing. Because of course, when we all predict games, it's always a sort of like prediction. Like we sort of guess it. But for me to guess that one, it will be a tough one to call. Without it upsetting too many people, but no, seriously. If I was to upset someone, I'll go for Southampton to win 1-0. But on the other side, I still feel in a gut feeling that Arsenal are going to win 3-1. Something tells me that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not. It's a pure guess. We may not even score at all, but so if we don't score, it'd be 3-0 to Arsenal. Simple as that.
Yeah,
I think we'll get wiped out. I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure on that, to be honest. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at the way Arsenal have been lately, we haven't. We are terrible at keeping clean sheets. We can't keep a clean sheet. I absolutely thought.
But like Southampton.
Yeah, I absolutely thought that Huddersfield. I thought the Huddersfield game would have been a bit more convincing for us to, keep a clean sheet, but we let that own goal slip. I'm hoping that Arsenal come out fighting this time compared to the first meeting we had. But
I'll tell you
what. That,
yeah.
Go on, Nick.
I was going to say, sorry to interrupt you, but I would say, though, to be honest with you, I will not get upset if Arsenal win. I wouldn't be surprised about it because, you know, we've got a good lot of teams that didn't win today, apart from Burnley, which disappointed me a little bit, but there you go. Apart from that, even if Arsenal do win, we can respite on that, you know, and not worry too much because the other teams have played, you know, and they didn't win. So it's given us a good chance to be a little bit more uplifted, ready for the Arsenal game. Whether we'll get something out of it, I'm not actually expecting to. So I'm being fair.
Out of the Nick, out of the Arsenal players, who is the biggest threat for you?
Oh, name a striker for me, so then I can get an idea.
Aubameyang, Lacazette,
Right. Yeah,
Ozil,
Ozil.
Iwobi.
Yeah.
Who would you say out of our striking force would be a massive threat for you?
I would say any of those three strikers you mentioned there. I would say any of them. I couldn't really guess, to be honest with you. There's so much changed about Arsenal over the years. It's getting confusing with all the different names that are coming up. But yeah, like I say, it's very confusing. But yeah, you must be confused as a supporter now. You know, so many different names coming up. It's not like it used to be, like Paul Merson time. You know.
Yeah. Do you know what? I just prefer the players. You know, if they're going to play for Arsenal, then they better play well. That's all I can say.
Well, I wish them well. You know, under the new manager as well. He's had a rocky sort of start. You know, but you know, he started well, and then he sort of blipped a little bit, and then he came back again, and then he started firing again. You know, they're on a good run at the moment, Arsenal. You know.
Yeah, I've just got a comment in the box, in the comments,
wow.
and it's
I can't
Phil
see it, man, but
yeah, Phil C, and he says, when is the match? It is tomorrow at the Emirates Stadium. That is the match. Hello Boys TV, Iwobi can be our Nilma. Yeah, that's actually quite true.
Wow.
Nick, it's okay. I can see the comments my end, so it's okay.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, guys, in the comments, let me know of your predicted score for tomorrow's game, and yeah, just let me know of your predicted score as well.
Wow, yeah.
As I said, guys, I'm actually going to go with a 3-1 win.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not overly confident about it, but I am partly confident because obviously we've just come back from a 3-0 win against Bate Borisov in the Europa League.
I'd say it's a fair prediction, Richard. You know, considering Arsenal's form recently.
Yeah, I would say it is quite a fair one to give because, like, yes, we've got players out injured. We've got Bellerin that's out injured, who is a massive miss for us in that right back position. You know, we've got Sokratis that's now come back from injury, so that's a good thing. And you know what? The only thing, yeah. I mean, the only thing is with us, we've got some really tough games coming up. We've got obviously Bournemouth after.
Well, we all have got tough games.
Yeah, we've got Bournemouth and then Man United and Tottenham back to back. So
we've got Man United coming in. You know, what we got a Sun Goldshire. You know, with him playing well at the moment, going strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really sorry my camera.
That's fine, no worries. Okay, I'm just going to go back into the comment box. Phil C said that it's going to be a 3-1 win.
Sorry, who was that who said that?
Phil C. It was in the
comments. Phil C. Hello, Phil C.
Yeah.
I know Phil C. It's not the one.
Also, we also have another comment, and it is Gunner Boys TV. They said Arsenal will win 3-2.
Oh, interesting prediction, yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting, Richard. Yeah, yeah, so interesting getting different sort of prediction of scores, you know.
Yeah, we definitely are going to get some different predictions, but it is what it is. Football's unpredictable these days.
Absolutely, Richard. Yeah. Do you want to talk about, Richard, the program that we actually do, where we actually, on Luma's platform, we talk about the actual roundup of the football and sometimes what is happening in terms of the Premiership. So, do you want to discuss us what we do?
Well, to be honest, Nick, it's not really part of my channel to discuss that, even though it is part of football. But
I
would leave it over that side.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, just basically say that we basically do this in each and every week, and we do mention Arsenal as well.
Yeah. Okay, guys. If we're gonna go off now. If you did enjoy the video and you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you press that notification bell. Until next time, guys. You've been watching Arsenal TV, and we are out.